Council tax and what's this here? Flat earthers, Muslims and the LBG. That was funny, that, Marie. Tell me that's not real.
It's the most ridiculous thing ever,
Tell
isn't
me
it?
it's not real. Please tell me.
It's real because there's people in the comments, so it's got Peterborough on it, and there's people in the comments from Peterborough who have like...
Right. So, just to get this right, they're like the Peterborough like council or whatever they are, I've started some kind of movement, which is basically Muslims and LGBTQ together.
It's literally the most ridiculous thing, isn't it?
Like, it literally, like, that is funny, that. Surely, like, do you know what, right? Even the people in the government, in the councils or whatever in Peterborough, surely they must be sat there, like, when they go home, think, hey, you want to see what's fucking going on at work? Like, this is mental.
Yeah.
This is mental, man.
I bet you it's split down the middle. There'll be, like, the NPC ones who are just like, I'm a fucking job's worth. I do whatever I'm told at work. And then there'll be other ones who actually see it and they're like, are you mad? What? 3 p.m. they've got the fucking... They're going to be throwing them off the building rooftops. And then at 2 p.m. they've got public stonings. Like, what are they doing
like,
bringing them together?
Isn't it like, I mean, listen, I know fuck all about gays and I know fuck all about Muslims. But, like, from my understanding, like, Muslims don't get down with gays. Is that right?
They literally hate them.
Like, they're really not into it, are they?
No, like, if you're Muslim and your kid is gay, or you better pretend to be straight, or you're getting the fucking shit kicked out of you. You might even get murdered.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, people ask, like, I think people are getting killed in some extreme countries for being queer.
Definitely. Yeah. Do you know what? And it's funny as well, just saying queer, there'll be like some gays out there who have just had like a meltdown over that. Oh my God, he just said queer. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
homosexual.
It's so silly. But both of them groups are like proper like victim groups, aren't they? Like, then they've just brought them together. All the missing was like the Jews and the trans put them in as well.
It is like... Should we do an intro, Ron?
We should, mate.
Are we rolling, Ron?
We are rolling, sir.
We are rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Today's show, she needs no introduction, but I'll give her a brief one. She's the self-proclaimed Kanye West of Stockton-on-Tees. She's a friend of the show. She's charming, she's funny, she's bold, she's brave, she's controversial. Whether you like it or not, she's talking the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Marie Monroe. She's back.
Hi.
Thank you for talking to people like us. Like, fuck the notes. Like, tell us all about it, Marie.
Oh,
tell
Jesus,
us all about it.
Where do I start?
Do you know what? I am genuinely... I don't... This obviously doesn't, like... This isn't what you are. There's a lot more to you meets the eye. But I am in... The first time... Like, it's the first thing I've heard about the council tax thing. I'm not in the world. I'm just in my own little rabbit hole. What's going on here, then?
Do you know what? It's quite funny. I went into I had like a really bad mental health at the start of the year, and I like really went down. And then when I came back up, I just went into full blown Kanye mode and just decided I am going to war with the government and I'm starting with the councils. I'm starting with council tax. And I basically literally just decided one day, I just literally put out a video saying, right, we're not paying council tax anymore. It's all corrupt. Like, I can't remember what I actually said. You'll have to find it. But I was just basically encouraging people, and I was like, I've made a template. I'm withdrawing my council tax payments in peaceful protest, lawful dissent. That's how every successful rebellion against the government that has actually worked in history. History teaches us that if you want to fight back against the government, you stop paying taxes. Like, that's how they got rid of poll tax in the 90s. And in the end, that's how Thatcher ended up having to resign. That's how the suffragettes, that's how they got their way so that women could actually like vote and shit. They would just refuse to pay taxes. Every single rebellion in history that has been successful against the government has started with people withdrawing council tax. So basically what this template is, so you send this saying that I'm withdrawing my council tax until you tell me what every single penny is spent on. Because, for example, my town, my borough council, Stockton-on-Tees, they get £11.5 million a month in council tax payments from the residents. I did. Where is that going? Where that's not being spent on the community. If they're really getting that much money, think about it. We shouldn't have potholes. We shouldn't have homeless people. Do you know what I mean? That's just one council in the country. So everybody's sent off these. So far, there's like 8,000 people who've got involved. There's over like 200. I can't remember the actual numbers now, but there's over 200 different councils in the country who've been put on notice, and people have said, we're not continuing to pay our council tax until you tell us. The vast majority of councils have dodged it in some sort of way, but legally by law, they have to answer. The only one who's replied to us so far is North Yorkshire, and what they've sent us, it's damning. It's bad. So like the chief executive, I can't remember how much he's on. It's like nearly 20 grand a month, and that comes straight out of the community purse, like out of council tax payments. But between like the 11 senior staff, they're on something like 1.7 million a year between them, and that's coming straight out of council tax. While the average person, we're struggling. All our bills are going up every single year, including council tax, but their pay goes up every single year. We're paying for their pay rises, and it's coming through our council tax, and it's like, oh, you need to pay it for the community. No, we don't. It's fucking corrupt as fuck, and we're not paying it. I encourage everyone to go get the template, withdraw your council tax payments. It's lawful dissent. It's peaceful protest. It's completely allowed. You are allowed to protest against the government.
We're literally getting shunned in plain sight.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah. There's like, loads of stuff's come out. I've found out things like, so there's people who'll get like these golden payoffs, and they'll go like redundant or whatever it is, and they'll get like paid like however many tens of thousands, and then they get re-employed as a contractor on like £900 a day. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's so corrupt. Like, the same family in Stockton, the Cooks, they've been like the same family, like just controlling it. It's just so corrupt. And every council in the country, Darlington Council, for example, they've just... Well, the people who've done that, not only have they completely ignored the Freedom of Information request, they so much they're shitting themselves. They haven't even pursued those people for the council tax payments after that. They've just left them alone. Nicola's one of them. So, yeah. So she's sent off that thing to say, I'm not paying my council tax until you tell me what every penny's spent on. And they got back to her at first, but then they've got, by law, they have 20 days. You have to answer a Freedom of Information within 20 days. I have to. And they've just completely ignored her, and they haven't pursued her for any council tax payments or anything. She's cancelled direct debit, the lot.
Question, right? So hang on. Let me just bring this in. My simple mode, right? So I don't think it's disputable that something doesn't add up, right? We just talked about Stockton's numbers. Yeah, okay. My thick brain just worked out, okay, that's about 130 million quid a year. And like, I'm looking through Stockton, I'm thinking, so where's the 130 million quid gone then?
Exactly.
All right, couple of million, maybe. You paid this, you paid that, you changed that. All right, okay. Might be generous, maybe 20 or 30 million. Being very generous, right? Okay. I mean, I don't know how much shit costs. I don't know how much fucking tarmac costs. I don't fucking know. But 130 million. Like,
exactly.
It's quite a lot of money. And
think about Darlington. Darlington's a little bit bigger, so your council will get more, even more.
Yeah. And like, well, show us then.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, so I don't think that's disputable. But I have two questions here that I need to wrap my head around. One, I'm genuinely interested in how you came to find this. Like, you can't tell me you literally just woke up and went, ping.
I literally did. I literally just woke up.
But you must have
decided, like, so yeah, I already had knowledge of a few different things here and there. And then I just literally decided, I'm going to encourage everybody else to stop paying council tax. No, actually, do you know what? It was actually... I was encouraged by my friend. So my friend, before I'd actually sent my Freedom of Information, she'd sent one to Stockton Borough Council before me, but hers was different. She wasn't withdrawing her council tax payments. She just asked, what is everything being spent on? So actually, I need to give credit to my friend Charlotte. She's the one, shout out to Charlotte. She's the one who actually put it in my head, and then I took it a step further and putting that I'm withdrawing my council tax payments under lawful dissent and peaceful protest, because we are, as citizens of the United Kingdom, entitled to lawful dissent and peaceful protest, and using it in this way is just the best way of doing it, basically. And I also encouraged other people to do it, and yeah.
But like, so the day that this lightning bolt's come to your head, or you and Charlotte, whatever, all of a sudden you've got it in your head, right? Okay, I'm not going to pay my council tax. What made, like, from all we know and what we've been taught in our life is, if you don't pay council tax, you're going to get done. You go to court. That's everybody I know in my life that hasn't paid their council tax. I used to work with somebody. They end up with a court letter, basically.
Here's the thing about the court letter. It's fucking fake. It's issued by the council, not the court. I am being serious. Search it up now. Ask AI, whatever you want to ask. It's not real. So, like, say, for example, you get a summons for court and you actually ring the court up. So, excuse me, throat chakra, what's going on? They will literally tell you, no, we haven't issued it. It's literally issued. They're not real. They're not real.
Are you joking me, Marie?
I swear to God.
You can't be doing this to me. You're frying my head.
So, like, I built a whole app and everything for it. Let's see, have you got it on there?
What we're looking at here?
See if I can get up before.
What are we searching for?
Here, Alf.
A letter of the council tax to show that it's from the council, not the court.
Well, so like in the top corner, it won't say Courts and Tribunal Service. It'll say Darlington County Council or whatever.
No, so it's like kind of fake. So wait there, let me just find. So,
I've had a few court letters. I know what they look like. Do you know what I mean?
This is North Yorkshire.
Can you imagine that, Ron? Just wrap your head around that.
Right, so...
See, I don't own a home, so this is all new to me. But
so
I'm in the same boat as that. If you don't pay, you know you're going to get a letter eventually.
Yeah, well, you do get a letter, but it's not exactly real, and then it's the council issues the fine and everything else after that. It's not signed by a judge. It's literally, so, right, all the information's on here, so let me just read to you. So, when a council pursues a council tax debt, they apply to a magistrate's court under the Council Tax Administration. The summons is prepared and sent by the council or their enforcement agents, not by the court. The court doesn't review any of the cases beforehand. It says here... these hearings often list hundreds or even thousands of cases in a single session, because just think of how many people are going through hardship and can't pay it. But here's something else that like has come out through that. Like if you go through the comments on the council tax videos, the amount of people, the amount of people who've said, I haven't paid for years, like literally nothing happens.
No way. Mm-hmm. So these letters and shit that come through the door saying you have to go to court, blah, blah, if you just ignore them. So
I think it's different. I think it depends on the council, because some people have said, oh yeah, I've ended up getting an attachment of earnings and it comes out of my pay. And I think all councils are different. They do have power to do that attachment of earnings, but it's all just corrupt, basically. It's all fucking corrupt.
That's only if your employer will play ball.
Yeah, that is only if your employer will play ball, yeah.
What if you're self-employed and you run your own business?
Yeah, they can't do fuck all.
They can't then, because they've got to ask me to put my own attachment of earnings on my bank. You know? They can't access my bank, can they?
Yeah. No, they can't. They can't do
it. No way. Well, bloody hell, Marie.
But if you do it through my method anyway, through my template letter, you're doing it through lawful dissent and peaceful protest anyway, so it's completely lawful, legal.
So, okay. You've done this. Just before we go to the next bit, what is your steps? What steps did you take specifically? What did you do? You just sent them a letter saying, I'm not paying it?
Yeah, so I basically sent an email to Stockton Freedom of Information and Stockton Borough Council, like council tax, with a whole email, like I CC'd in, like I sent it to them both, basically with a load of questions, basically saying, I want to know what every single penny is spent on every month. Tell me, I want to know what every single penny is spent on. I tell you what, Durham Council replied back to one of the girls saying, they're not allowed to do this, by the way, it shows how much they're shitting themselves. They have to reply within 20 days by law. They've said to one of the girls, it's too aggressive, so we're not answering you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that is, yeah.
So it's mad, absolutely crazy. All the councils are dodging it. I mean, in just over a month, only one council has replied. One council in the whole of the country, like out of 257 councils or something so far.
Right.
And one council's replied.
So right now, Marie, how long has it been since you paid your council tax last?
So for me, it's different because I've been a student for years and years, so I haven't had to pay it. But then I stopped being a student from last year, and I've never. So I've had to start. So for the past year, I haven't paid my council tax, and that's from May last year. That's when I got to start paying, and I haven't.
Do you know other people that have also not paid the council tax?
I know people who haven't paid council tax for years and years and years and years.
Real people?
Yeah, real people.
And nothing's come of it?
Nothing comes of it, no.
It's like there. This fella said I stopped paying in 2024. Best thing I did.
Yeah, if you go through the comments, you'll find like people who are saying like, I haven't paid it for years. There's people who are like, I don't pay water rates. I don't pay water rates.
What, the Northumbrian Water?
Yeah, so basically, all you do is send Northumbrian Water Freedom of Information saying, tell me what all the... I'll send you a template. Tell me what all the chemicals are that you use in the water. Tell me what PPE they're wearing. Because obviously, if they're wearing PPE and these chemicals that they're putting in our drinkable tap water, it's so dangerous that they have to wear PPE. Do you know what I mean? It says something. It really says something.
Right,
So then once you get the answer from that, like, and then it's just the same way, like I'm withdrawing it until you prove to me that tap water is safe. And it's not fucking safe because it's got all sorts in it. They don't take out estrogen and progesterone. I think we've actually talked about this before. So
For it to be in, they've got to put it in though, right?
No, so that it gets in there because women, when they're on the pill, they urinate it out and it gets into the water system and then it's not filtered out. So this is why like tap water gears you up. Well, one of the reasons, because there's also like atrazine as well, isn't there? So that's like used in fertilizer. It sinks into the soil, gets into the water system, and then again, that turned the frogs gay. That's the thing that turned like feminized all the frogs.
Said. What was his name again? Alex.
Alex
Someone.
My mind's blanking now. Alex Jones,
yeah, I think so. The American dude.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy, him.
He is, yeah.
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 Yeah, so, okay. Back to the council tax thing. I'm not quite finished with the council tax thing.
This is amazing to watch because he's trying to wrap his head all around this in
You're
real
just
time.
realising now, like, there's bills that I can dodge. Praise the Lord.
100%.
Hallelujah.
But what I'm questioning is, like, whether I've got the nutsack to do it.
Do you know
That's what I'm worried about.
A lot of people have been teetering on the edge of it for a while. And then when they find out that their friend's done it, that's a thing. That's why this has started growing and growing and growing. Because
like avalanching.
Yeah, because people are... There's the initial people who all jumped in and they're like, yeah, fuck the government, I'm not paying it. And then there's other people who are like, I really want to do this. I don't want to pay my council tax either. This is corrupt, I don't. And then when they're seeing their friends doing it and the friends publicly sharing it, saying, get involved with this, then that's when they feel braver because they see the other friends doing it as well.
It's like that domino effect, isn't it? Once one falls in, they all start to follow.
And that's it. Like, I'm coming for the government. Like,
Have you ever thought about speaking to a legal dude, like a solicitor or something about this? Like literally asking him what his legal stance on it is. Because that's what I would want to do.
Really?
I'd want to hear it from a lawyer.
Yeah.
Because what you're saying makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, legally, like what? Hang on, it must be wrought into the law of the land that we have to pay council tax, right?
Yeah.
no, so there's like so after poll tax got abolished, there is some sort of like council tax act, but acts aren't laws. Do you know what I mean? They can't force you to do anything. They can't even force you to pay taxes. This is the thing with taxes, right? Taxes have just, we're brainwashed in a way to think that it's normal, but they go up and up and up and up and up every year to the point where like the cost of living now is ridiculous. Like you've got to feel so sorry for the younger generations. How are they supposed to buy a house when they're so crazy expensive? Like the world now is mental from a financial standpoint, but in both ways as well, because at the same time there's also like with AI and stuff like that, so many ways to get richer. There's so many average people who are just getting rich, aren't there? Do you know what I mean? Using the internet in different ways and AI and whatever. But yeah, financially the world is so messed up, and part of it is because our governments are just so tyrannical, to be straight to the point.
It's fair to say you're not a fan of governments.
No. I'm anti-government.
Ask you a question. If, would you agree? I agree with you. I mean, I'm not keen on governments either. But would you agree that there has to be something in place or anarchy will prevail?
I'm surprised that there hasn't already been some sort of... do you know what? You know, when we had the riots, was it like a couple of years ago? I'm surprised that nothing else has happened since then, because especially with all like these illegal immigrants coming in and just like raping like it's a sport. Do you know what I mean? And do you know what I saw as well on Facebook recently? So we're really lucky around here in the northeast, like especially around Teesside. We don't get illegal immigrants. We just get immigrants who are sound they've come in legally. It's cool. They work, they contribute to the community.
But the Uber drivers.
Yeah. And then I saw a thing, Middlesbrough, it was like a job for Middlesbrough illegal immigration officer. So, or something like that, something along those lines. So they must be thinking of putting illegal immigrants in Middlesbrough. I reckon it'll kick off around here. If this, I think just one rape around here and that's it.
Do you know, it's funny you should say that though, because you are right. Like I've heard over the past year or two, I've heard all this carry on the news about fucking immigrants and this. And like, I never say none.
Yeah, because they hit the shores down south, don't they? So then they go to London and they go to, like, basically the southeast is where it's been hit bad. The southeast of the country, that's where it's been hit bad. But then they're moving up to like the big cities. So then they're going to like Manchester, Liverpool, Birmingham, and we're just like a bunch of small towns. Like, do you know what I mean? But they're obviously, the government are getting to the point where they're like, we're going to start putting them in Middlesbrough. I think, honestly,
it's coming.
Vigilante, we will not have it round here. Like, you know, like what's going on at Epping and all that, like where there's... No, we won't have it round here.
I'd advise them not to.
Yeah.
I'd advise them not to, because it might not work out
When
well.
you're like a city person, like them down there, like London, they're already very used to... You fucking don't even see white people in London, do you? So do you know what I mean? It's so normal to them round here. Yes, we do have Asian communities and we do have some blacks, but we still are predominantly white. And we will not fucking stand for that shit. I know there'll be fucking hell on round here if one person gets raped by an illegal. I think there'll be fucking hell on.
They'll be burning them.
Our towns are not the same as those weak ass cities. Those cities are. That's not England. What the fuck is that?
Mate, we're the redneck of the UK. Like, we will literally chain them up to the back of a pickup truck and drag them around the town. That's what we will do.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we're dealing with. They'll be hung. We'll hang them. Do you know? We'll just hang them in the street.
It'll be bad if they do it round here. People will not stand for it at all.
I pray for them. I pray for the people who let them come up here if they do.
Yeah.
If they do that, because the backlash that'll get.
Because, like, you know, that you said there, like, all this raping and stuff. Like, I sometimes, like, I think the other way sometimes. I think, like, what if it's not as bad as that? What if it's hardly ever happening? What if it's happened once and for some reason I'm being made to think it's really, really bad to start a fight with these people?
Yeah, because that's how, like, the media is designed now. It's so that you're so confused, you don't even know what's real.
I just don't trust anything I get. What comes off a screen, whether it be on this phone, unless it's Marie's page, anything that comes from a man in a suit and somebody telling me something, a man in a suit, I always think, why do you want me to think that?
Yeah.
Why do you, what's the reason? And it all started with the COVID thing, but I literally, and do you know what? Sometimes I could be telling the God's honest truth. You know, one of these fellas could be sat, not that I watch it, but like, let's just say, for example, I did put BBC News on and some mush there, sat in a suit, some nonce, tells me this. He might be telling the truth, but because of the history, I'm not going to believe a word he's saying.
Yeah.
I just think you are trying to scam me. You've said this because that's an agenda from some big powerful person, and you want me to think that. And I think, why do you want me to think that? There's a reason. And that's why when all this rape, you know, immigrants raping people and all this, I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but I don't know, I start thinking, right, you want me to think that. You want me to be angry. I'm getting the powers, the things coming off that screen and making me want to be angry with these Muslim people. Why? And I don't trust it. And it makes me step back and think, no, I'm not going to hate you. No, I don't believe you. So I just don't believe anybody. I think everyone's fucking lying.
It's not happening around here yet because we don't have them. So because we're not seeing it, and it's literally for us, it's so like, it's actually shocking really because we are so desensitized because of our phones. It's like people are being raped and we're sitting questioning like, instead of being like, oh my God, what a horrendous, like, fucking hell, you were held down by 5 men and they each took turns, like, that's a horrendous traumatic thing. And instead of thinking like that, we're actually like, oh God, another one's happened. Blew my neck. I wonder whether it's actually really true. And we're just so like,
numb.
Do you know what I mean?
Just numb.
Because it's so normalised. It's so... It's actually scary the way the world is turning.
Mate, like literally, like a few days ago, I was scrolling through something and I came across a reel with somebody just getting hacked up. Literally, somebody's getting hacked up with a knife and like killing them. And like, or like...
What, and that was on Instagram?
Yeah, other videos on of coppers in America just blowing, just shooting people dead in the street. You know, like somebody being a bit of a knob and they're saying, don't move. And he's going, fuck off, you naff. And then bang, 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 bang. You know, game over. Yeah. And like...
Instant murder.
You're right. And you're watching it and you're just like, never. I might have pizza for tea. You know, and you just move on, you know, like, 'cause it's just normal, isn't it? It's just normal. But it's not normal.
It's not normal. Like, imagine like it was somebody who you actually knew and you saw that person like going through the breakdown of whatever they're going through. Like when you actually think about that and we're just like, oh, right, yeah, God, another one? Bloody hell. And we shouldn't be like that. We should be like, this is a major fucking problem that needs sorting out now. And people are just so desensitized that they're not having that reaction. Nah. They're just sitting back and it's like, actually, no, this is a problem. We need to be fighting the government because it's the government who are allowing this to happen. It's the government who are allowing these people to come in.
Do you know, I once heard Russell Brand, and I'll probably butcher it because I'm not very smart, but I once heard him, he's obviously not a fan of powers that be either, whether we like him or lump him, but he mentioned something about having where government were like, how do you want to say it? Like basically everything was much smaller. There wasn't one government that did the country. Each area had their own set of rules, sort of thing. So like it's Darlington.
Like councils,
yeah, but that would be like just us and we all vote within what we want here.
Yes.
And that goes right throughout the country. So there could be 100 different ways of doing things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Speed limit might be different.
That's kind
of
like America where they've got the different states.
Kind of. And I actually think there's counties within the states as well, right?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
If you were to change, because I'm a believer of, yes, the government, I think the corrupt, I think the nonsense, I think the lying, I think there's a lot of everything in that. Every bad word you can think of that's happening in the government. But I also do know that without some form of rule order, I think there will be raping and pillaging. Like, there was a time before all of this, and people did get raped in the street, and people did get the head chopped off by the strongest man in the country. Yeah. Like, that's just how the world was. And we basically said, you can't do that. So it's going to make, like, laws and shit. So, okay, this is the rule now. So, what would you... How would you do this?
Stripping back to the very basics because there's so many rules and subsets of rules. It's just all bureaucratic bullshit. I think really the only true, genuine laws is don't murder, don't steal, don't rape. Basically, do no harm to anybody else. And like those are the basic laws and everything else is like bureaucratic bullshit. Do you know what I mean? Like... for me, everything needs stripping back because all of these extra little laws and acts, who are they benefiting? Are they actually benefiting us? Or are they benefiting the government so that they have more powers to take more money from us? Because, like, the police, they're not actually dealing with crimes anymore. All they care about is going around finding people for shit. That's their main thing, what they do, going around finding people. How can we make the government more money? How can we be Gestapo fucking Nazi police for the government? Because really, that's all the government do. The government are just posh gangsters. That's basically all they are. Yeah. Posh gangsters.
It literally is. It's like a mafia. It's like a shakedown.
It is.
Isn't it? It's like protection money.
Yeah,
like basically that same racket.
It actually
You ever seen like the Disney movie Robin Hood from back in the day where there's like the foxes and the bears, basically? Remember the sheriff in Nottingham? Remember the sheriff, and he'd walk around just taxing. He got the guy with the pot on his leg, and he tipped his gold coins out of him. You know what I mean? That's what the government's like.
Yeah.
It's like the sheriff of Nottingham, innit?
Basically, yeah.
Basically, yeah. But you are right. Posh gangsters. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Posh gangsters. There is literally no different, really, to how they operate to how the mafia operate.
It's exactly the same. Like, people need to remember that it's called the government, not rulement. They're only supposed to govern over us. They're not supposed to rule over us.
Like, that is the face of the government as far as I'm concerned. If you could have like an image of what the UK government looks like, that's what we would see.
Yeah.
Literally, sword in his hand and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
more like dick in his hand.
Yeah, dick in his hand. Yeah, no, it's fucked up. Like, it is fucked up. Scary. I try not to think about it too much, you know.
But you actually really have to, because that's it. People like turn a blind eye and they normalise it, and that's why things are getting worse and worse and worse. It really is time now to fight back against the government. Like, Jesus, like,
you gotta be brave,
can someone
though.
really high in military get in touch with me, please, so we can organise a coup d'etat, please? Like. How are they getting away with it? They're not that scary. Come on. I'm willing to fight Keir Starmer.
But they control the army. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So why aren't the army? There's obviously loads of awake people in the army who know how fucking corrupt it is. Like,
problem is, in our country, right? America might be a bit different. Like, I've always thought this, like...
America's worse.
Yeah, but like, if America... What I'm going with it is, if there was an uproar, let's say, for example, the people turned against the government. In America, you've got like 360 million people, probably a couple of million of them are governments and army, but you're outnumbered hundreds of millions to one. And you know what?
Guns.
You've both got guns.
Yeah.
Okay, you might be a bit better at it, but you'll be outweighed by this old man with his rifle because there's 100 of them shooting you.
Yeah.
So I think America could overturn the government if they wanted to.
But also we could as well, because
With
within government, it doesn't matter if they've got weapons, right? Because within government, police and government, there's maybe thousands. There's definitely nowhere near a million, but there are millions of us. How are they going to stop millions of us? What are they going to do? Blow the whole country up? No, they're not. We have the power. We are the ones with the power. We've just got to say enough is enough. I'm not fucking paying my council tax anymore, you corrupt cunts.
It's right, like, but I just always think that, like, if it did come down to the actual brass tacks of it, like, yeah, we haven't got an American military, but like, we do still have like a few 100,000 people that have machine guns and tanks.
Yeah, but how much? When you think about it, right? You're a normal person who's in the army, and all of a sudden, your government is saying to you, "We're just going to kill all the civilians of our own country." It's. I know that they're already desensitized in a certain sort of way, where they're like just dropped in at the Middle East, and it's like, you know, just like kill these people, but. I think it's like different when it's your own people, and I think that I don't think they would. I think that would probably cause a coup d'etat if they tried to get the military to turn on their own civilians of their own country.
I think a lot more of the British military would turn on the government instead of helping the government, because you've got to think they also have friends and families.
Yeah,
this is true. Everyone's got friends and families, who aren't in the army.
So if they turn around and like all it takes is one
and
of them
it's
to get
still their
injured.
country. Do you know what I mean? Why do they want that? They're fighting for their country. So why are they going to fight their own country? That's when you'd see like. The two sides of the awake people, and then this would wake up a lot more, because then they'd realise like, whoa, actually my government is evil.
Mm-hmm. It's right, like,
yeah,
scary shit. Tell me about these 15-minute cities. What's going on here?
So they're not just happening here in England, they're happening like all over the world. It's already started in Oxford. They've basically got Oxford City into like 6 sections, and within your own little section, it's within 15 minutes you've got like doctors, schools, dentists, like basically shopping centre, everything that you need. And they say like basically they're trying to encourage us to just stay in our own little things, and to keep like emissions down. Like you get 100 passes per year to like, so say like for example, like say like you live in this section over here and your parents live over here, you get 100 passes a year to go over there to visit them. Or you can, it takes a lot longer and you're using even more fuel. So this is why it doesn't make sense. You can drive out of Oxford, go all the way around, and then you don't have to pay the toll or whatever for doing it. And it's just a way to control people, another way to control people. And it's part of the agenda for 2030. This is why they're bringing in the digital IDs and everything. It's to get us all under control. People need to have some sort of fire lit up the arse and realise the longer you leave it, the more power we're giving the government. By 2030, remember what they said, you will own nothing and be happy. That includes our cars. They don't want us to go on holidays, go on aeroplanes, and want it for only the rich, the powerful, like the ultra elitists. They want us to be stuck in our own little bubbles. Not just here in England, it's all over the world. It's like the World Economic Forum is doing this all over the world.
Thing is, right, I everything you're saying I'm completely on board with, and like, I only wish I had the bravery you have. And I probably speak for the vast majority of people listening to this. Everything you're saying, I'm sure everybody agrees with, bar the odd fucking wetty. But I'm sure everybody agrees with what you're saying in some respect. But very, 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 very few would have the balls to stand up, to push back, to not pay the council tax, whatever. I think I'm one of them because I'm scared of the consequence.
You'll get there in the end, because I honestly, truly, deep down in my heart believe that it's never going to get to that point anyway. Like, I'm going to get all like woo-woo and spiritual with you now, but I think that this time now, what we're going through is something called the Great Awakening, where we as humans, our consciousness is expanding, and that's why they're trying to control us, because we're coming a greater version of ourselves. We're entering into like a quantum realm. This time has been like prophesized by many. So like,
it's the access to the internet that's helped as well, because we can share information.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So like the second coming of Christ, I believe that is happening now, but not a real man, not Jesus Christ reappearing. Christ consciousness, it's awakening up within us all, and that's why we're more able to like question things, because all of these things aren't just a new thing that suddenly started happening. These have been going on for like generations, and nobody's ever questioned it before. Our parents didn't question it, our grandparents didn't question it. We've just gone along with what the government has said, and slowly, gradually over time it's got worse and worse, and it's finally at the point where we're saying like, this is actually not right. And you know how you were saying like you're watching things and you actually said that you're not smart for it, but you're actually smart for questioning. That's what a smart person does, actually just shows discernment and says, are you actually telling me the truth? What's your motive here? That shows that you've got critical thinking. You're not a fucking NPC who just believes everything that's been programmed into them.
No, suspicion, just suspicion on anything. And it was COVID. If you'd have spoke to me in 2019, what that nonce on the telly in the suit says is gospel. You ask me 2019, that's where you get your truth from. Yeah. Never mind all this woo-woo. You watch the BBC News, man, because that's the truth.
Yeah.
And then the COVID thing happened. Now, I'm not saying there wasn't a virus. Mm-hmm. There was a virus, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
But everything they said, I don't believe it was quite that.
Yeah.
And from that day, I started to look at things very different, to think, never. These people in these suits were on this telly telling us to bang these pans and clap our hands for the NHS, telling us this, telling us that, and it was nonsense.
Yeah.
And it was nonsense. And then you think, well, what else are they lying about? Mm. And how far could they take it? And you start to go back over time and you're like, oh, right, okay. We've always been getting scammed.
Yeah.
Basically, we've always been getting scammed.
Literally from birth, like.
So they fucked it up themselves. Because it was all going kosher before that, but they just took it a step too far.
Yeah.
Basically, if they hadn't done the COVID thing, if that hadn't have happened, and the world had just carried on as it was, the world wouldn't be like it is now.
Well, that was the beginning of Agenda 2030, because it takes a build-up of time, like the slowly over this decade of 2020, breaking us down and teaching us that they're the ones in control. We need to comply with them. We need to do what they're saying. But it's actually having the opposite effect. It's waking people up and making people. But we'll have no option. Think about it, right? So I know that like flat earthers will say there's no space and we're not on a thingy ball. But we are going around the sun, and the sun is also travelling around as well. And we're actually right now entering into a part of space where there's more like... it's more dense with energy, and that's what's helping us to expand our consciousness, because within us, within our DNA, we've got like dormant DNA that needs to be awakened. We've got, just think of the placebo effect.
Right.
Our brain can self-heal if we can trick it into believing that it's had the medicine that will heal you. It's not the medicine that healed us. It was our mind believing. So right there is proof that we can self-heal. But they don't want us to know that. They don't want us that we as humans have the ability to self-heal just by believing I'm healthy and sorting your thoughts out and having this real genuine belief. So what they do is they then sell us medicines, and this is why the pharmaceutical industry is worth billions, because we have forgotten that we can heal ourselves. The placebo effect is absolute proof of that. You give somebody a sugar pill, but tell them that they've had actual genuine medicine and they still heal. And then the opposite effect of that, some people get the sugar pill. Have you heard of the nocebo effect? So some people will get the sugar pill, and what they'll do is they'll start getting all the side effects of the medicine because they're negative thinkers.
No way.
Yeah, so it depends on you, the person, whether the placebo actually works on you in a positive way. Depends on you, your mindset, and what you believe in.
Is that, I mean, there will be cases of that, but surely there is some cases where, like, you know, medication is needed, right? Surely.
Well, yeah, because it depends on your, like, mindset, doesn't it? Depends on the person. There's a whole science of belief now. There's like consciousness, our thoughts, everything. That is everything. We create our reality with our thoughts. Like, we live in a holographic reality where our thoughts are projected out and create this what we are now. Where we are now in our life is just a build-up of everything that's happened before us, and all our thoughts have like led to this moment right now.
What do you think is going to happen over the next sort of, with the AI thing coming in and with this uproar of people, this change of thinking, shall we say? What do you think is going to happen over the next 5 to 10 years in our country?
It's hard to say, isn't it? But I think that ultimately we'll be able to, just like all like AI is like kind of the same as when we were kids. Like, I think internet was actually invented just before I was born, but it was still like when I was a kid, not everybody had internet in their house, yeah. And it's the same now with like AI. There's like people who are like utilising it daily, and then there's still people who've never even used it before. They haven't even like gone to the basics of starting with ChatGPT. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like that. It's a new era, and I think that eventually it's just going to be like the internet. There's going to be good sides to it and bad sides to it. Like the internet now, you can do positive things. You can spread amazing messages, or you can also spread evil, and you can drag somebody down on there. And I think that AI is going to be exactly the same as that. But when it comes to Agenda 2030, I think that more and more people are waking up, more and more people are getting brave, and the more that people are willing to fight back against the government, I think by the time it gets to 2030, they've got no chance. There's going to be too many of us who are awake, because it's like a snowball effect. The more people who like are encouraged by other people taking a stand, it makes them ready to take a stand as well, especially when they see, oh, there's actually not, the fear that they've put into me about these consequences actually don't exist. And then that's when people get more brave.
Speaking of you know, that Agenda 2030, me, and I probably speak for some people listening, I don't know what that is. What is Agenda 2030?
So basically, the World Economic Forum, if you want to get that up, the World Economic Forum, it's basically how they want to control the world. It's literally on their website, in fact.
And this is an international thing?
It's an international thing, yeah. So like it was also called like Agenda 21 at some point as well, but they put it back. In fact, I even had when I was at uni, I had a lecture on Agenda 21 and it blew my mind. I couldn't believe like that. So I'm glad I was awake. But
go at the top a minute. Go at the top a minute, Ron. Go at the top. What's that say there?
Agenda 2030 refers to the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. So this is what is in here is the 15-minute cities. That's one of the things. So a globally adopted framework centred around 17 sustainable development goals designed to eradicate poverty, fight inequality and protect the planet. So that's how they make you think it's a good thing, but it's not. It's to get us all under control.
They do like.
Yeah, so like they make it sound like, oh, we're doing it for global warming while they're fucking flying around in private jets.
Think of the polar bears.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what I mean? We're trying to get you out of poverty. Are you? Fuck you, silly little cunt. You're trying to stop us from being able to go on holiday and all sorts. Like, so what they want to do is with these 15-minute cities as well, there's all sorts of rules with driving your car. So like you can only drive it day on, day off. So if you drive it on a Monday, not a Tuesday, then you can drive it again on the Wednesday, and then you can't drive it on the Thursday.
To what end though? So
exactly. It's just a whole control thing. They're having it where like you fuel and all sorts. It's like it's really, really, really bad. The new agenda, just the word agenda tells you.
Sounds like New Order. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
New
World. That's what it is. New World Order.
Right. Well, we ain't going to read all that, but basically...
Gender equality, do you know what I mean? Of course they're going to try and throw, like, transgender shit on us.
It is funny, innit, how they do that. Didn't Kia do that, like, the other day or something? Like, didn't he get, like, some accusation thrown at him, and he basically said, well... You know, we have to be nice to these foreign people. Oh, you know, it's not British. We're not. That makes us, you know, we're not racists. Da, 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 da. And like, it's like, no, mate.
That's putting into people's brains. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So like, that's something different. That Kia.
Yeah.
You're talking about something that's different.
That's how they brainwash people. That's why people think that I'm racist because I watch too much news, and they actually think that being proud to be British is racist. Oh my God, how stupid do you have to be to actually think that waving a British flag is racist? Have you got any problem with someone waving a fucking Israel flag? Like, it really drives me insane.
Listen, it's the same for a lot of people. Like, anybody who labels you racist, like, well, you don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah.
You were brought up in the northeast of England, Stockton-on-Tees. There was multicolours, multicultures. I bet in your area there was the Indian family.
I went to a school that was majority Asian. Like, I was like,
yeah, and they're all sound.
Yeah.
No problemo.
I grew up like friends with like Pakistanis.
Yeah. And that's the thing, innit? And it's just thick people, Marie. So
yeah, it is thick people, yeah.
Thick people or ignorant people.
Yeah, like ignorant. I don't have any problem with people who come to the country legally. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've got friends who were like third generation Muslims. One of my best friends is half Iraqi. Her dad, her whole one side of her family is Muslim. But then people say like, you've got a problem with Muslims. No, I don't. I've got a problem with radical Muslims.
You know what I've got a problem with? I've got a problem with people who tell me I don't like Muslims. That's who my problem's with, not with the Muslims. It's with them, because you don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the problem with it. You're the hater. You're the evil one. You're the dangerous one. Yeah. Not us.
Exactly.
Not us. Like, what you say is the truth. That's just it.
Yeah.
Mind, look, side note, I do think you should start saying a disclaimer, like, at the start of everything. You should start saying, like, just so you know, I have no plans on killing myself and stuff like that. I think you might want to start putting that in, because it's a bit bold, some of the stuff you say. Like, sometimes I was watching some of them reels earlier and I was like, fuck.
Don't even mention that one.
Oh, like, it's good, like, I was like, oh, no, not saying that again. Tell us what I'm interested about, right? Modern relationships ruined by slut culture. I like this.
It is.
Tell us all about this.
I feel really sorry for like younger generations and us, because like we grew up where it was like a lot more respectful than it is now with OnlyFans and even like dating apps. Now it's like love is transactional. It's like... it's young girls now think that it's just normal to just like sleep around with loads of lads, and it's like they're proud of it. Hey, in my day, if you were sleeping around with loads of lads, it would be you are a dirty little slut. And do you know what it is? It's like I've got like friends who are like in their mid-20s, and that's literally just how they act. And I'll try and like in the most friendliest of ways, like try and like get through to them. But like, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's the way that the world is, and it's human nature to want to be loved, and people are looking for it. And now the way that it is for women, it's like you have to... It's just not nice. It's just not nice the way that men treat women these days. Like,
no.
Yeah.
No, but I remember one of the reels I watched, you had mentioned something about like, basically men have pictures, men have loads of girls sending them naked pictures all the time and stuff. And I thought to myself, like, I don't know any girls that send me naked pictures. You know, like, I don't know any. Like, who are these blokes?
So I think it's probably more like younger generations of just like, they've just like, so like younger men now, they just basically expect you to send nudes straight away. They'll just like instantly start sending like dick pics as though it's like a normal thing. Like to them, it's just totally normal. Like you've just started talking to them, they're sending you dick pics, and then you're like, send me them back. And I'm like, no, like that's a boyfriend privilege. I don't just send nudes to anybody who requests them. Do you know what I mean?
It does happen. Like it happened when I was at school. And, like loads of people, you'd like come in one day and it's like someone's dick pics going about because they just sent it, like without asking.
Do you know what? Boys get this wrong, don't they? Males get this wrong, and I think I was probably victim to it when in my younger days when I first got my first camera phone. Like,
it's because
newsflash, penises aren't attractive to look at. Like really, like they don't look that good on a picture.
It's not that. It's because men and women are attracted in different ways. Like, so for you, like when you men, when you get like turned on or whatever, you would love it for a woman to just grab your dick. Whereas for us, we don't want you to go straight in and just grab hold of our vagina. That doesn't turn us on. So it's the same as like just seeing your naked body isn't going to turn us on. Like there's different ways. Do you know what I mean? So because you would love to get a nude, that doesn't mean that that's what turns us on as well. It's
different
like
buttons to press, isn't it?
It is. It's different buttons. So it's like
I once heard a lady say to me, like, and she said, you know, what would you consider attractive? Tell me something in your head, and you know, I'll just use like a random thing that old people like me would understand. Pamela Anderson on Baywatch, right? That's what sexy is. And this lady said to me, you know what sexy is to me? Guess. And I'd say Brad Pitt in Snatch, and she'd go, no, handsome man, but no. And she'd say, it's a fella pushing a pushchair. And I'd be like, huh? And she said, that's sexy. And I was like, really? Like, yeah, like someone who's a good dad.
Responsibility
that's sexy. Someone who's a provider, someone who's brave, someone who looks after me, someone who protects me, someone who doesn't put himself out for pictures and likes and shit like this. He's not interested. He's not always in the mirror. No. He's honest and he tells me the truth. That's sexy. Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, yeah, I wouldn't find that sexy. Like, that's not what I find sexy.
Yeah, because men and women are different, aren't they?
We are different. I'm not saying those things aren't important to you know, someone like myself as well. They are important. You know, honesty and you know, responsibility and someone you can rely on, definitely. But I think, as you say, men predominant. I don't speak for all men, of course, but we are visual creatures, aren't we?
And obviously, yous are more attracted to feminine traits, and we're more attracted to masculine traits.
That's right, like.
So yous are like more attracted to like nurturing and stuff like that as well, whereas we're attracted to like strength.
It must be a nightmare for girls because, like, girls for the most. Well, what I'm saying is, masculine men are becoming less and less.
Yes.
Or certainly the levels of masculinity are coming down because
testosterone is lower for starters.
Yeah, I'm not saying they don't exist. Of course they are. There's still, you know, people out there in the forest chopping trees down, you know, with lumberjacks and shit. Yeah, all men, all testosterone. But it's not as much as it used to be. And like a lot of people now in the gym, you go in the gym, like you think, oh, go in there, there'll be some big man lifting heavy weights. And like you go in and there's actually Jack who's just had his hair done, and he's like this in the mirror, looking at this at himself in the mirror, and you're like, gay boy, yes, not masculine, no, bum, yes, that's what he is. Jack's a bum. A lot of it must be a nightmare for girls because you're just running out of masculine men.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
What are you gonna do? You have to, like you say, you have to set your own revolution. You have to push back.
I don't know what.
Someone needs to do something, Marie, and I think you're the type of person that could do something about it. Do you know?
How do I make men more masculine?
You have to. You have to start. You're going to have to start a movement.
Are you tricking me into OnlyFans?
No. But yeah, I do know what you mean. But then I was going to say, like, oh, it's sound for men, but some women are getting more masculine too.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I know some, like, and it's like you might not like this, but do you know what I find unattractive? I find boss bitches unattractive.
No, I get that. I totally get that.
Because it makes me feel like do you know what I mean? Like someone who's like very dominant and very thingy. We don't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people that do, but it's more of a fetish. Do you know what I mean? It's more of a kink. Like there's a lad upstairs wants to get fags put out on his chest. Do you know what I mean? Like high heels on his tummy, that sort of shit. I'll give him your number, mate. I'm only joking. But I think it's across the board. Men are getting more queer and women are getting more masculine.
Yeah.
And when we had Lady in here, didn't we?
That's part of like Agenda 2030 to like keep us separated as well, because when we're in like strong families, they're trying to separate the families. When we're in strong families, we're harder to manipulate and control. When you've got like your mum and your dad who are like keeping you safe and you're in like a proper family unit, whereas everyone's grown up in like broken homes now because the men are not masculine, the women are not feminine, everyone's just shagging about everywhere. No one's having families anymore.
No structure.
Yeah.
Whatever that means, anyway. Whatever that means. It's true, Marie. You're speaking truths, mate. You're speaking big truths.
It's a mental world. Mental world. Like, masculinity, I think, is on the decline because people are almost scared to be masculine now.
That's another thing, yeah.
It is as well because of feminism as well. Like, it's just got so out of control.
You don't move now.
Men don't even like approach women. No. Yeah, it's like
you don't look.
Yeah,
you get look. What you're looking at, you pervert. Do you know?
Yeah.
And the thing is, women don't help. Like some women will say shit like that. Some women will like that's sexist. Da, 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 da. Like. It's scary because it's not just in the man's head. It's the women are playing a part in this as well.
Yeah.
I'm not. But is it worse or better? Like if let's say you go back 30, 40 years where smacking ladies' asses at work and shit like this, and that was just normal. Yeah. Like my mum would tell me that like back in the day, she when she was like a nurse training shit like this, like that sort of shit went on.
Yeah.
Like someone that wasn't your boyfriend, a colleague, would give your ass a tap, give you a wink.
Yeah.
Like, and that was acceptable. I mean, I can remember doing it at school. Like, that was something that happened. We do that sort of shit at school. If you did that now, you're getting 3 year. Do you know what I mean? You're getting 3 year, 18 months for good behaviour. That's what you're getting, like, literally. And then you put on the S register. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so, like, where's the sweet spot? Because I don't think how it used to be is all right. Like, go back another 50 years, it was normal for a gentleman to smack his wife around. That was perfectly acceptable. The police would come round and say, yes, put her in a place. That was the couple was been in on it. Do you know what I mean? So like, obviously that's wrong. And like, obviously the 30 years ago of like tapping asses and being a bit touchy-feely, that's probably not cool because they haven't asked you to do that. They haven't given you permission to do that. But where we are now, I think it's just gone too far.
It's like if this is the line, it's like got closer and closer and closer to it and then gone over it in the other direction.
Yeah, and now it's just fucking raged.
Yeah, people don't know. I think people just need to learn like boundaries. Do you know what I mean? People need to learn that all of us, we're all human. We all have perverted thoughts sometimes, but it doesn't mean that you have to act on them or just blurt out what you're thinking. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was out on Saturday and like some man who I'd never met before, he was like a friend of a friend, basically just came up to me and just pointed and went, massive tits. And I was just like I just didn't say anything, just didn't react, just kept my face totally straight. But I just thought like,
wow, you're sexy.
Like, keep that in your head. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why does the obvious need to be pointed out? Do you know what I mean? Like, keep it in your fucking head.
Yeah, I know, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
cheers, pal.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, gosh, yeah. You've become very attractive to me, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Some boys.
It's like, what can you even say in that situation? Like, obviously, you're not going to say, thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that.
Yeah. His fucking friend high-fived him.
Right. But in his head, you see, in his warped little head, he thought, I'm going to say that, then she's going to be really, really attracted to me doing that, and then she's going to come home with me. In his little warped head, that's the way that movie played out.
Wow.
But that's not...
Wow.
Imagine him nudging his mate going, oh, watch this. She's going to love this.
Yeah. It's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's true, man. But again, it's probably all part and parcel of it. Like, because of the rise of the internet and less people going out and smoking bans and, how they've changed the world over the past 20 or 30 years. Like, where I'm going is it's a thing we've said before. 30 years ago, the only way you chatted up somebody is face to face.
Yeah.
You met them in a bar, you'd see a stranger, you walk over, chat them up. It was normal to chat somebody up. But because of how the world's moved now, that is just so far removed through everything. You think started off with smoking bans, so less people went out. Then the internet got bigger and more people started staying in, and and the younger people became adults, and the adults obviously got too old to go out. And then where you've got now is this wave of people now. They have no skills. They have absolutely no personal skills.
Yeah.
Basically, everybody's autistic.
Yeah.
Basically, 90% of people are now autistic. Like,
people only know like how to like text and like
Yeah.
everyone's like anxious and like, oh, do you know what I mean? Like don't know how to like communicate in person.
Nah.
It is like daft. It's really daft.
It's the only way. It's all digital now, isn't it?
Yeah, there's like honestly, there's so many men who'll be like in your DMs and stuff, like really talking a big game, but then when it comes to actually like meeting, oh no, the
Ass
fucking
falls out.
yeah.
Keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
You see them, man. Some of these young kids, I see them walking around and like they're going to end up with funny necks. You know, because they're just constantly like this on the phone.
Yeah.
Have you seen them?
Yeah.
That's what you call them now. It's the hunchback, isn't it? Like the top of your back goes like that. It
So it's going to
curves
happen.
over. Yeah, it's mental.
Literally no skills at all.
No
skills at all.
I've probably got a part to play in it as well. Like
You're of that generation.
Yeah, like in comparison to what you do, I probably don't have anywhere near as much skills as what you do. But
The thing is, though, the skills haven't been used in so long because I've been living in your world too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Get me at 18, I'd walk up to somebody, but like if I was like now, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because it's like because of everything. It's not just that. It's also the Me Too shit as well.
Yeah.
Like once upon a time, I could walk up and say, "What? You're bang on you," but now I could get done for that. I think probably.
No, I think that's all right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right. I remember
You
that.
didn't cross any lines or anything there.
No.
It depends on the person, doesn't it? Like
I
some
suppose it
people,
does if it's a stuck-up bitch.
yeah, like, some people will go, "Thank you very much," whereas other people will just like go, look you up and down, you know, like give you the dodgy look,
Which
and
is
then,
a fine. It's fine. It's a fine no, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a fine no. Okay.
so.
Next.
But there's no way of telling. That's the hard thing.
We're fucked. We're fucked. That's not about me. It's fucked. The job's
Well,
fucked,
you
mate.
just have to make eye contact first and make
Yeah.
sure when you make eye contact, does she seem like she's like giving you a funny look, or do you know what I mean? You have to
Inviting you over.
Yeah, you have to test it first with eye contact. That's how you know. And then you just start with a very simple hi, and then gauge, is she being talkative back? Is she friendly, or does she want me to fuck off? Like, just start off very simple like that. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Well, because everyone's now half autistic and fucking Asperger's or whatever. They can't fucking, they can't grasp it.
Does she want me to fuck off, or is she autistic?
Yeah. It's just, I swear, I'd love to be in the room with like two younger people now when they meet. I bet the conversation's brutal. I bet it's like CP3PO talking to fucking R2D2, isn't it? That's what it'll be like. Like, can you imagine? I like you. I think you'd like a kiss now. Yes, I would. Literally.
It's gotten to a point now where it's like you can't even compliment the person anymore because you don't know how they're going to respond. So it's like nice shoes, you know, nice socks. You can't compliment.
Socks.
You can't compliment the person.
Are you fucking player?
Yeah. Well,
You scoundrel.
that's a nice jacket. Like you can't say you look lovely or you look beautiful because they might go and reply something completely and say, well, fucking I didn't expect it to go there. But it's like, so.
Wow, what a wonderful blouse you have on.
But honestly, that's how probably some of it goes, along with absolutely horrible small talk. So.
It's brutal,
Do
isn't
you
it?
know what would be really cool? It was the way that you said that then when you was like, oh yeah, but it made me think of like, you know, like old like 1800s, like the way that they're used to talk. Imagine bringing that sort of romance back. Do you know what? If you did that in a bar, I think a girl would probably just laugh so much that she would love you.
Yeah.
It would be so funny.
Yeah.
Thouist would like to buy you a drink.
Yeah. May I have this
Dear
dance?
maiden.
Dear maiden. Yeah, man.
That's gotta be the motive. That rock
Yeah,
up in
get
like
some,
top
like,
hat, everything.
Shakespearean-
Shakespearean outfit. You know,
I mean,
hold
Marie,
the door open, everything.
This could be part of your movement. You know, like this could be part of it. This could be your agenda, you know? Never mind this nonsense. You know, Marie's agenda is to bring men back.
Yeah.
And we're not going back to
I want to see you in the street in a full knight's outfit with a sword, ready to go to battle.
jousting for a woman's hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, literally, you're fighting to the death for a kiss on the cheek off the fair maiden, you know?
Yeah, that is a major turn on. Fight for me.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Boys just don't, they're not willing to like fight and stuff anymore. Like, not like that. Like, they're not even willing to like put in any effort. It's like, as soon as you give them like the first sort of like, you know, like, I like being chased, so I'm going to give you a bit of a nudge back. And the first time they get a bit of a nudge back, they're like, all right then, never mind. Oh, for fuck's sake, you're giving up that easy.
But that's the whole thing, isn't it? Because we've all been taught no means no. Like, once upon a time, no didn't mean no. No was like, are you sure?
Well, it still means no, but in some respects, in that respect, it's like
Try harder.
You
gave up way too easily.
Yeah, but it's to the point now where they either just take the message too seriously or they just don't get the message whatsoever.
Yeah.
There's no like happy medium anymore. So it's like if you go,
And you know what? A lot of the time, it's because, well, a lot of that interaction you're giving the example of, I guarantee you that was a digital interaction.
Yeah,
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
If you are face to face, you can read things that you can't on a message.
Yeah.
You have other senses going on.
You've got tone
You
of
can
voice,
see how they move
facial
and how they move their
expression,
head,
yeah.
and you can see the little touch of the hair and the little move in the head. You're like, she does like me. She's just playing a bit hard to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is why we're all fucked. Because everything is just there at the screen.
Yeah.
With the buttons, show me your dick. I mean your minge or whatever, whatever girls, whatever you say nowadays, But are we still saying minge? Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
There's something about that word that just like gives you
Yeah,
the
it's awful, isn't it?
heebie-jeebies,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know, where'd you go? In betweeners, clunge, like where'd you, do you know what I mean? Like what are we going with? I don't know. What do you call them? What do you call them at school run? What do you call ladies' parts?
At school, everyone's still calling her Fanny.
I like that. It's a timeless one, Fanny, isn't it?
What,
Yeah,
14,
it's
15,
timeless.
everyone was going, well, some people did say get your rat out.
Oh, that's a nice one, that, innit?
Yeah.
Get your rat out.
Yeah.
Well, this podcast has took a dive, hasn't it? This is what we're bringing you. Welcome to people like us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Council taxes, queers, government, no testosterone. The future's bright. It's looking good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
15 minutes
Jesus.
cities on the way.
What is really going
So
on?
what's your plans next? What are you going to do? How are you going to take over the world, Marie?
Well,
Because you are flying on socials.
I'm going to start by taking down councils one by one. So the next stage, so my council, Stockton-on-Tees, have completely ignored me. They're not allowed to do that by law. They have to acknowledge you first to say, I've received your email, we'll respond to it within 20 days, and then respond to you after 20 days. I've done none of that. So then I've took it to the next level. This is what the other people need to do as well for the ones who've been ignored or the whatever. You go to the Information Commissioner's Office.
I've heard of this.
And yes, and then you just
ICO.
basically, the ICO, and you just report them on there and you just give and then they chase it up and they force them to answer the questions. That's like the next stage of it, basically.
All right. So you're going to keep this going, this council tax
yeah,
thing.
I'm going to keep this going. So I've built a whole app.
Mate, can you imagine? Just imagine for a second. Imagine you push this so far and you actually change this country.
Yeah, I know.
Can you fucking imagine, mate?
I know, that's what I've been saying.
Like,
Imagine
Marie
little
Monroe
old me.
has fucking sorted it.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Imagine
You're
that.
welcome. Saved you all £400 a month. You're welcome. Yeah. Shot us
Yeah.
at 50 yours.
Well, do you know what? If you want to do it, but you're a little bit scared, here's what I've said to the people who are a little bit scared. That however much withdraw your council tax payments and send it, cancel your direct debit, send the withdrawal email. But if you're actually really concerned, keep the money away, put to one side every month. So then if you do get scared, then all of a sudden you can then be like, oh, okay, here's the money. Do you know what I mean? But do it, show them. The more people who get involved, the more powerful this becomes, the more powerful that we are together.
I suppose worst case scenario, you can't end up with a criminal record from this.
No, you
worst
can't.
case scenario is, like you say, attachment
They'll
wordings.
send you scary letters
Yeah.
and you've just and I've got like there's different template letters. So if they push back at you, like I've got an answer for everything. There's different template letters for everything.
How do people get these letters? What's the app and shit?
Right. So basically, I've made an app. But it's actually down at the moment, I'm not going to lie. So if you go onto that, it's actually down at the moment. So I'm trying to, it's actually been accepted for Google Play Store, but it's going through testing at the moment. So it's actually down at the minute. If you're pressing it, you won't get anything. The page.
Why is it down?
Just because during testing I found like bugs, so I'm just basically like sorting them out. It should be back up by about like, I don't know, Wednesday, Thursday, whenever I get a chance.
Some
to
web
get it
developers
finished.
upstairs if you want to use them, by the way.
Honestly, it's so easy. I'm using AI.
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
Obviously, it's my brain and my thoughts that have created it, but I can't take full credit for it when I'm using like AI to do it. But eventually, it's going to be on. It's going to be so much easier. I'm just trying to sort it out. It's a shame. Do you know what? Actually, because it's I've actually got it on here. I don't know whether you can see like a version of it here. So it's Like it looks like this. It's called We Are the Revolution. Because I'm the creator of it, they've actually placed off, give me a version of it before it's ready.
Right.
So like when you go on the app, so you'll get put on this page here. So it's showing you here, this is about withdrawing your council tax payments in peaceful protest and lawful dissent. Before you do anything, read the full process. So then that just takes you down here. There's a whole bit over here that's your rights, to empower people so they realise, oh, actually, I'm not doing anything wrong. It's okay, for people who are scared.
That's handy.
Yeah, so then you've got this one. That's to send your first email. That's one where this is another template for if the council have tried to push you back. So different councils have tried to use different excuses. They've tried to say to people, if you want this, you've got to pay us. No, it's completely free. They're just lying to people.
Right.
Or they've pushed back and they've said, this is going to take us too long to do, so we're not going to do it. So then in that letter, it also includes, it goes over any excuse that they might give. So like if they say, they've said to some people it's too long for us. Well, you can't use that excuse because everything that I've asked for should also already be publicly available information. So you can't use that excuse. So yeah, it's not shown on this app, but there's if you might have saw it on my Instagram page, but this
everywhere,
shows,
peppered.
proper peppered everywhere, but it didn't show it on you. But it's just got loads and loads of information about poll tax, the suffragettes, and how this has been used in the past before successfully. So here, I love this part. It says, no law is permanent, no tax is untouchable. Every policy exists only because enough people accept it. The moment enough of us withdraw that acceptance together, the political cost of maintaining it becomes higher than the cost of changing it. The moment is now. United we stand. Come on. So
Get in there, my son.
when you get on here, it's just so easy. So basically you just put in your postcode, and then when you put in your postcode, so I'll just TS.
Don't dox yourself on the podcast.
No, I've put an old postcode. So look, I've put this TS postcode in. And it tells me straight away that's Stockton Borough Council. So then it gives me the freedom of information for the email address for that. Gives me the two emails that I need. So the freedom of information one and the council tax one, so that it's getting withdrawn. And then you go to there, generate my email. You just put in your name, your address, your council, and then it generates your email for you, and everything's just copy and pasted straight into your emails. And then that's the one for email 2 to push back. There's a timer on there as well. So if you put the date in when you sent it, what council, it'll tell you how many days you've got until they have to reply to you, so that you know. There's a whole community on here as well. Oh, it's not actually showing it on this one, but everybody's put all their responses in and stuff as well. And also, there's a Google Drive that I've created that I've started putting them in. So Stockton, I haven't made this available yet, so I need to put North Yorkshire in there because obviously they've replied, but Stockton-on-Tees have replied too. Funnily enough, this is how weird it is, right? Stockton Borough Council replied to Charlotte and gave her a break. I've asked a lot more deep dive questions than her, but she didn't say that she's withdrawn her council tax payments. They've replied to her, they've ignored me.
And she hasn't said she's withdrawn.
And she hasn't asked as deep dive questions as me either. So she's still asked so then they've sent...
Suspicious.
Yes, very, very, very suspicious, because they don't want her... But I do need to actually go through the Stockton Borough, what they've put on there for Stockton Borough Council. I do actually need to go through that, what they replied to Charlotte, but they've completely ignored me. So I've escalated it to the Information Commissioner's office. And as of now, I haven't heard anything from them. They haven't sent me, it's been how many weeks now? 7 weeks?
Still nothing.
Heard nothing from them now.
And they've gone over the time they had.
Yeah. They're not pursuing me for my payments, nothing. They just fully leave me alone. Same as Darlington Council are doing with them ones, the people who've sent theirs in Darlington Council. Then they've just completely stopped sending them any sort of communication. They're not pursuing them for the council tax. They're not telling them you need to redo your direct debit. They've just left them alone. Multiple councils have done that. Others have tried to be dicks back, but the majority of them have just gone and just got the council are the ones who are backing down, going silent on people.
And what's the app called again?
We Are the Revolution, but at the minute, like I say, it's down and it's not actually on App Store yet because it's obviously I've never built an app before, do you know what I mean? So I didn't know that you have to go through all of this testing and stuff.
What we could say, anybody that does watch it doesn't already follow you, if they could just start following you, when that app is ready to rock, you'll know about it.
Yeah, so what I'm actually going to do later on when I get back, I'm going to actually change that. So initially, the reason I built that app was because initially, right, it was just a template letter. You put in your email address and then it sent you this template letter, and then you you just kind of copy and paste it and change your details and, you know, put your name in, do you know what I mean? But then, because in the very first day of me doing it, over 1,000 people signed up in the first day. So then I realised, like, shit, I don't want to actually fuck anybody over. Like, how am I supposed to get through all of these different emails? Everyone was emailing me and I was like, right, do you know what I mean? Someone might get a reply at the council. I might not see the email in time. And then, do you know what I mean? I just thought I need to do something about this. And then that's when I went into full-blown Kanye mode and I was like, right, I'm making this app to make it easier for everyone. And then we can all just come together, like literally 21st century, modern day, using an app to bring down the government.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine.
That would be class, like.
Do you know what, Marie, right? If it was anybody else, I would say, don't bother, you're not going to win. But because it's you, I don't know, you know, if anyone can, Marie can.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel really confident about it as well. Like, the councils are obviously really scared.
Oh,
I've,
yeah.
I've put them on the toes, they're shitting themselves. Like, even just the one that came back from North Yorkshire, like, wow, it's shocking.
I bet a lot of them are probably more like, so they don't have to pay. I bet a lot of them, like, didn't even know themselves, and they're probably all thinking, shit, oh yeah, like, legally they don't have to pay.
Somebody actually told me that all the councils have been having meetings about me.
I can believe it.
I can believe it
I can
as well.
believe
Yeah.
it. You are right now, you are the biggest problem to councils in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's their money. That's the most important thing to any business, which is what it is. It's a business.
It is.
And you are trying to stop their money coming in.
Yeah.
So you are a big issue.
Yeah.
There is a poster of you in council head
Most
offices
wanted.
with darts thrown in it. Literally, yeah, most
Remember
wanted.
that trend
Yeah.
when it was like, how many men can take on a gorilla? In this story, Marie is the gorilla.
Yeah.
How many councils can it take to take down Marie?
But you know what it is? It's people like Marie, right, that make things change. Over history, things have changed, and, you know, I won't, it's not my place to pull it up, but like, there once was a problem with racism in America, and certain people stood up for certain things, and that kind of was the thing to change things. Now, I'm not putting council tax in the same realm as race problems, of course, but what I'm getting at is, it takes somebody always to be that brave one, to be that nutter where people are like, oh, what they're doing, that's mental, you're going to end up in trouble. But if they truly believe what they believe in, and they know they're right, they're the mad bastards that fucking make it happen for the rest of us, and then we all benefit off it.
Yeah.
So,
Someone was saying to me, like, oh, you've got such a big ego for doing this. And honestly, my reply is, it takes someone with a big ego to say, I believe that I can take the government down. Like, do you know what I mean? You are welcome. I've got a big ego and I really believe in myself. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, this wouldn't be happening. Yeah. It's not egotistical. Do you know what it is? It's high self-worth. I know what I'm capable of, and I know that fuck the government. Fuck the government. Fuck them. I'm coming for them.
and on that note, I think we're going to wind it up. How long have we been rolling, Ron?
I've got it down as an hour and 15.
It's where we like it, Marie.
Yeah.
Marie, listen,
Sweet spot.
for on behalf of everybody, thank you.
Before we round off, as always, we'll leave all the information below to get in contact with Marie. Follow Marie. We'll also copy the link for the app, and hopefully by the time people see this, the app will be back up and running like normal if you want to withhold your council tax.
Yeah. On behalf of everybody that doesn't have the balls to do what you're doing, thank you. We all hope you pull it off.
Yeah.
What you're doing it's humanitarian work.
Yeah.
Is what it is. You're doing something good for the world.
Yeah.
You get me. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been People Like Us. That's been Marie Monroe once again. You're very welcome. We'll see you next time.